Alright guys, so it is, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:53 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date?
It's Monday, November 26th.
So that's what time it is, and that's what the day is. Anyways, my name's Angel, or Angel Wednesday Sky, or you can call me Wednesday. I like Wednesday better if you're referring to me as, pretty much anything. I don't really go by Angel or Angel Sky. I just go by Wednesday. I didn't tell you guys that, but I don't have to tell you everything. So, anyways, I thought I would make a series of videos or uploads or like a mashup or something of a series, I guess, of episodes on my channel of the craft, just generally the craft, how to do it, how to get into it, how to just get to be one with being a witch or a practitioner of the craft or your own workings or magics. I thought that if you truly are accepting of the belief of Wicca and you really are into nature and just being pretty much you don't have to be, you don't have to live off the earth. You do, but we're in the 21st century, and no matter what any other witch or practitioner of the craft says, we are in 2018, guys, and you make do with what you have. They say that all the time. When I was first learning about the craft, they'd always say some of the other witches that I'm not going to mention in this series, probably, because if you want to know who they are, you can leave a comment down below and ask who they are, and otherwise you can check out some of my other vlogs, like the beginning vlogs that I made or uploads on this channel. This is Angel Sky channel, to let you know, and like I said, for this series, my name is Wednesday, and yeah, so anyways, when I was young, and like probably not like real young, like 2 or 3, but like between like 9, 10, and like 13 or 14, I got this thought about like witches and the craft and just magic in general, just like like turning things into rivers, or making my own, just like having a bowl of cereal appear, and I just like because everybody knows about Halloween, and we all know that witches and Halloween go hand in hand, and I always thought witches and their dresses, their long black flowing dresses, or white, or whatever color you choose to wear, and like their hair and just how pretty they were, or even how ugly, because usually the uglier the witch was either usually a sign of a bad witch, or it was the sign of something, either they had a hex or a curse put on them, because either something happened and it was something bad was done to them, or they're really, really, really old. They just grew old, and they've been around for a long, long time. Anyways, so, because I was baptized Methodist Christian, and this first upload is going to be me just talking to you. This first upload is about, it's about the craft in general and the basic meaning of it. It's about being able to tell whether or not you're fit for it, or you really believe in it, or if you even want to think about trying to become part of Wicca, the religion, or just the witchcraft or the craft in general, or just calling yourself a witch and just slowly learning and gradually becoming a true witch or a high priestess or a high priest in the craft. So like I said, I just briefly, for like one split second, I think I was at my grandparents' house at that time over the summer, and the thought of being a real witch just kind of like came over me, and it was literally for like literally like 5 seconds, not even like 1 second. And then it just went away. And when I thought about it, I was like, that would be that's something I really, really, really wanted to try and get into. But because I was baptized Methodist Christian, and my grandparents and my grandmother and everybody was so like, oh, that's bad, you shouldn't do it, it's evil, I just forgot about it pretty much. I thought about it for a little bit and then I forgot about it. And I was 30 years old when I moved into this apartment for 5 years. And, I bought a grimoire, and it was by Anne Mora, and it was called The Grimoire for the Green Witch, for a Green Witch, or for the Green Witch. And it's all about working with the elements like earth and air and fire and water and your own spirit. Or if you have a family and kids and a home and stuff, then the spirit of what you own, and stuff like that, or what you're allowed to use to create and manifest or make happen things in your life. Like if you needed money for a bill, or if you needed, the lights to come on for a minute, or if something was broken, then somebody would show up, or if you had a bad omen hexed over you or in your life, or you had someone that was bothering you, then you could, create some kind of like light curse or hex to either kick them in the butt and get them to realize that they need to stop bothering you, or literally it would make them like, or you could use hot foot powder and get them to go away. And like I said, I just wanted to start a series of things on the craft because I've been going through a lot of stuff. And it was way before I actually got to start practicing and getting into the craft, before I even bought the book. And literally since I was like 12-ish, between like 10 and 12, 10 and like 13, when I thought about it for a second and I had forgotten about it and just went about my life, I was homeless for a good year or so. And I moved into the apartment that I'm in right now. And right now I'm just laying on the couch. And so like I said, when I was out there, I started going through things that I'd just barely felt and stuff like that throughout my life and stuff like that. And it hadn't really bothered me. It just kind of irritated me. And then it would like go away, or I would like figure something out and it would like stop. And when I was homeless for my third time in my whole life. Never been kicked out. Always a really good kid. Straight A's, blah, 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 blah. So I was kicked out. Literally, I was on the streets of Rockford, Illinois for 1 whole year. From about August until November 1st when I moved into this apartment of 2014 is when I moved in. And since then, the problem that started literally when I shut the door and went to start the car and pull out of the driveway and leave because I was kicked out, I started going through a lot of things that were very, very bad. They were very like exhausting. They were mentally strenuating. They were stressful. They were things that I couldn't pinpoint. I knew what was going on, but I couldn't do anything about it. And I had to just deal with it. And like literally right now, I am literally physically... Earlier, I was sick because I tried a different type of pizza. Usually I eat Jack's Pizza. And I tried Tombstone because I was kind of getting sick of Jack's. And you always know, like, everybody's always like, why do you always eat Jack's Pizza, Why don't you try something different? So I tried Tombstone, and it was the second pizza I had in 2 days. I ate one last night, and then I had one today. And I physically was so sick, I laid down. And the night before, I ate only like 4 pieces of it and then went to bed because it wasn't that good. And then I ate some today, and I laid down, fell asleep for maybe 10 minutes, and then woke up and was physically sick to my stomach. But right now, I'm physically so sick and in so much freaking pain that, like literally like the lower part of me, and I'm not going to go into it, like the more private regions of a woman or a person, the way that it feels right now is like it physically feels like rape. Like somebody is physically raping raping you. Like, and it's like, that's part of the reason why I'm sick right now, because how long this has been going on, it's been pretty much 6 years since this all started. And how long it's been going on, literally not this year, because we're almost done with this year, but last year, the year before this year, is when the nausea, the physical nausea and throwing up and stuff physically started, because of how long I've been going through physical irritation and disruption and pain in that in literally the lower half of my lower abdomen and my ovaries and uterus, and then the lowest part of my body other than my feet, and legs. But and those are the most sensitive areas of a girl or a man pretty much at all. But like I said, I've been going through this since I was literally shut the door, and the door was physically shut. Like, clinically, you shut the door and you hear it click because it's shut. And then I sat down in the seat, and then I was about to start the car, and everything just like a whirlwind hit me. And, because of that reason, I don't denounce God, and I don't not believe in him, and I don't not sit there and tell people, if you believe in God, or you have even an ounce of thinking that...
To be continued.